Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
So many people heard so many bad things about me over the years. Terrible things, right? And you watch the documentary, and you're like, wait a minute. So, Phil's not a groomer. Phil's not a pedophile. Phil's not, you know, he didn't run a charity that was fake and took everyone's money and never donated it. He hasn't faked this, he hasn't done this. So, what are his biggest egregiances? Back in the day, he had some bad jokes, right? Perhaps he didn't work well with his friends because they're disgruntled. Apparently, I guess they didn't get paid back in the day, right? Oh, he spent his money on mobile games but begged people for money, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at it in perspective, and it's kind of like, in perspective, it's a 4-hour documentary, and it's about what? Not much interesting stuff. Honestly, that's what I've been telling people all along. I don't think I'm that interesting of a guy. People just hear that from my detractors, and they believe nonsense that's not true. If you listen to my detractors, I'm the most horrendous person on the planet. But then when you actually analyze the facts, it's like, no, not really at all, right? And the fact that now, you know, things are different, right? Like today is not representative of that entire history that's covered in that documentary. It's kind of like, wow, it's 4 hours. It's great to hear his history, but now things are different. So what was the point? You know?
I made money off of my friend because it was a monetized video. Because it was a monetized video, for some reason I'm the fucking devil because I made money on a dead friend.
It does, I feel like it does suck that the documentary ends early this year and didn't continue to see different things that happened over this year, including what just happened in the last month. Because that would have been the perfect way to end it. No? Like, that would have been the perfect ending. So we just talked about all this, but here we go. Look at this. Phil's changed. People are doing stuff with him. He's doing different content. People like him. He's, you know, fessing up. He's changing for the better. And that couldn't be, it literally couldn't be in there. Because the negative documentary was the spearhead for me to react to it and have that change. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't know. I wish it would do better. Because, you know, now when he's going to be on, it'll have been about a week and a half since it's out. I mean, I hope it gets 1 million views. I really do. Because he put so much work into that. This is the longest documentary he's ever done. Can you imagine the amount of arduous work that went into that thing to research it and everything? So,
DarksydePhil's at it again. Look what he did. He monetized Etika's death, and then he made it all about himself for popularity.
But I feel like I should address it. It is the elephant in the room. These idiots have gone crazy in the last 48 hours in celebration of nothing. As you can see, guys, just so you know, after my documentary now being out all week and me reacting to it, and then the Stuttering Craig interview ending the way that it ended, obviously no one's here to watch my content anymore. Oops, look at this. Almost 500 viewers and climbing. Almost 100 likes, and I didn't even say a word about likes yet. We got super chats. We got memberships. We got tips coming in. Oh, I guess that everything's changed for the worse, right? Wow, things are really falling apart at the seams around here, aren't they, guys? Do you see my point? These people create this bizarre alternate reality narrative around themselves. They really do. It doesn't make sense, the things they say and do, but they believe it, and then they act like a victory. Where's the victory? Exactly. Where's the big V? Because remember, I'm at King Streak 37. You understand that? Every day, guys, that we hit this, we are just showing how dumb they are. And right now, they're really, really hoping that today's the end of the streak. And you know what? Like I said, if it is the end of the streak, I wouldn't be surprised because the drama's over. And we might not have as many people coming by to support today because I'm playing games again. And you know what? If that's the case, then so be it. I had a great run. 37 was great. But every time that we've hit this, they're shocked, they're appalled, they're freaking out, they're seething, they're crying.
I like how you're laughing, too.
Well, it's funny.
And now, for the last 48 hours, they have attacked me and my content. So let me explain. So as you know, I reacted to my own documentary, and then there was the interview on Thursday, Thursday. Man, I can't even keep track of days anymore. And none of that went the way, obviously, like I thought it would. I thought that the interview would have been a lot different than it went, and it totally did not, go so well for Craig. And at the end, I basically said, that's the end of it. I ended the call insulting him because he had already insulted me. He's the one who removed his master in the interview, certainly not me. And we talked about it. We had that decompression session about it after, and some people don't like the way I ended it. Fair enough. If you didn't, that's your prerogative, right? to say if you like something or not, right? I get it. But for the most part, it's done. It's in everyone's rear view. And quite frankly, most people are happy that I'm just not going to do anything with that guy, right? But what my detractors did, this is what they always do. They have now turned that into, that's the end of Phil's comeback. It's over. Because when he did that, he showed how unprofessional he is. No one's ever going to want to work with Phil. No one's going to watch Phil's content. Yada, yada, yada. Case in point, they came to the channel, and every video about Craig, they mass downvoted.
Lol.
And it's funny because if you look at the like to dislike ratio, I got exactly the same amount of likes on those videos like I've been getting for the last month, which is huge. You know, I'm getting tons of likes now on my content and everything. They came and mass downvoted it into droves, like hundreds. And it's like, I never get that even that many likes and dislikes on the videos to begin with. So you literally just told your audiences, come over here and downvote Phil's content, right? That's what they did. And then they started quoting it and tweeting, putting it all over the internet. You see, this is the truth. This is the end for Phil. This is the truth. And it has nothing, what are you talking about? Like, we were, but what they've all done is they only clipped the end of the show to show me shutting it down, as opposed to actually showing the entire interview where it was Craig who was very unprofessional with me, refused to apologize for the heinous things he had done to me, and basically told me to go fuck myself out of nowhere, even though I was being completely cordial with the man. He decides to do that. So, I mean, it's in black and white, night and day, but again, they live in an alternate reality where they spin everything to be their own narrative. That's what they've done for 10 years. So now, that's the end. That's the downfall of Phil. That's it. He's not going to get any more views, no more support. Let's go downvote his content. Let's talk about how negative this is all over the internet, okay? So that's what they've been doing. For 24 hours straight, they did it. I'm not kidding. I was on my day off, and I keep going back and checking stuff out, and I'm just like, wow, this is ridiculous how they're behaving.
The king of hate.
It's not reality, but this is what they think because they're just nuts. They've always been this cultish mentality of groupthink, circle jerking each other around with these kind of toxic things about me. So not only did they mass come to the videos, downvote the videos, of course left negative comments all over the videos. They're all over Twitter doing it and stuff. I totally ignored the Twitter shit. I don't care about that. They can do whatever they want there. Fuck them, right? So then last night, as I was about to go to sleep, and I was pooped because yesterday was a very tiring day for me. As my day off, basically my wife and I tried to compact a bunch of things into the day again, and it didn't work out very well. Like, for example, it was so hot outside. We were originally gonna go out and have a fun day, and we didn't. Like, we didn't even go out because it was too hot. It was 95 degrees here. And, like, you're not gonna go out and have fun. You're just gonna be sweating bullets. But I still had to go do errands and stuff. And I didn't. I came home. I was so tuckered out. And we did some house cleaning. And a lamp that we have that hangs above our dining room table broke and almost crashed onto the table.
Of course, I have no evidence of any of it. I can't prove any of it.
So I had to disassemble the lamp so that it doesn't do that. And now it looks like we have to get a new ceiling lamp, which is fine. It's not a big deal. The ceiling lamp had been there for over a decade. I'm sure it was there when I moved in. So we're thinking about getting, like, a new fan for the dining room to circulate air down there. That would be nice. We're gonna look into getting something like that. But anyway, you know, so all this is happening. A very stressful, tiring day. And so it's the end of the day, and I'm sitting down, and I'm reading messages. I'm getting messages all day about how the week went, how the react went, what people thought about the interview. People are DMing me back about possible future collaborations and stuff. And basically, I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, wasn't it like 2-3 weeks ago when originally it was Kino Casino that had reached out to Mr Metokur on Twitter and said, hey, you know, Phil says he's willing to talk with you in an interview or whatever. Would you be up to it? And he responded and basically said, you know, it's nice that these guys are trying to do a Make-A-Wish effort for me, but, you know, I'm really not feeling good because of my cancer, so I'm going to try to recover and we'll get back on my feet and then we'll figure it out, right? And that was several weeks ago, like at least 2-3 weeks ago, right? Maybe even longer because I don't even remember the time frame. So it's like, I'm about to go to sleep and I'm like, so I realized I should, you know, do it myself. It's one thing to have someone speak on your behalf. It's another thing actually doing it yourself, because then it shows, now that I've reacted to my whole documentary, right, and all that shit's behind me, I feel like that would be an amazing positive thing, to sit down with a guy who's been very critical of me over the years, and just have a nice conversation. And I know he's probably going to talk shit about me, and I get it, you know, to the extent, I think I deserve it, for, you know, the things that I've done. But I feel like that's something that should happen, and it doesn't even matter where. It could be here, it could be on his end, it could be on a third-party neutral show like Kino Casino. It doesn't matter where it happens. I don't care. It's not about me, like, monetizing it or anything like that. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. Like, people are telling me, dude, this would be the ultimate positive thing you should do.
What the fuck am I doing with my life? This is horrible. I'm a horrible person.
You should do it. Like, you should man up and do it. And I'm like, all right, I want to do it. So I actually tweeted out to him directly last night, right before I went to sleep. And I said, basically the way I said it, I guess people have taken offense, or did they? Because you can't tell anymore. Like I said, my detractors have been all over me for the last 2 days, trying to shit on me. Everything I say is wrong, right? So the original tweet was worded in a way that I was like, I said, basically, I think it would be a grave mistake if I didn't do this. If I didn't reach out to you and say, hey, let's do this. Let's have the conversation that everyone seems to want us to have. And I think that we should do it before it's too late. And, you know, I'll do it in whatever format you want. I said, I've learned how to use Discord myself. And then basically I posted it, and immediately people said, he doesn't use Discord, he uses other things. So I clarified, I re-quoted it or whatever, and I was like, well, I'll use whatever. I don't care. That's not what it's about. The point is I'm open and willing to do it, and I wanted to say it myself or whatever.
That's terrible. That's such a terrible thing.
So I go to sleep, and I wake up this morning, and I check, and immediately 5 zillion negative responses, right? How dare you say that? How could you? Because I said grave error, and I said before it's too late, okay? These people, again, they're so unhinged. So now anything I say is incredibly offensive and I'm in the wrong, right? No matter how I say it or did it. So first off, in the original response that Metokur had given to the Kino Casino guys back, what was it, about a month ago on Twitter, he literally made the joke, so they're reaching out like it's a Make-A-Wish thing, right? You know? And obviously, he's joking like that, right? So do you think, even if I said it in an offensive manner, he's going to take offense? No, he's not. I don't think he's that kind of guy, at least from everyone's told me. Obviously, that's not what the intention was with the tweet. I wasn't saying it, like, overemphasizing anything. Maybe you could argue, all right, that was a bad choice of words, okay? You're right. And then I said, all right, well, I'm just going to delete the tweet, and I'm going to rephrase it so that it sounds better, because obviously that wasn't my intention or anything, you know.
Cowardly bitch.
Listen, I'm a dummy, all right? I'm a total dummy, and I'm dense, and I say things in ways that people can sometimes find offensive. I don't mean to most of the time. Like that, I literally didn't mean anything offensive whatsoever, right? At all. The way I see it is, you know, I do want to have this conversation while it's still possible, and I want to do it while people care. You know, while he cares, I care, and the public thinks that something good will come out of it, right? Who knows? I already told you guys, I know that success is fleeting. You know what I'm saying? I know that things don't last. So it's very possible that, hey, within a couple of weeks, nobody cares again about darksydephil. I'm just back to where I was. And if that's the case, I'm not going to be upset at all. I was happy with who I was before this big increase of popularity happened. But people want this now because they know that it's pertinent. See what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. I had nothing to do with him or his health or anything like that. But I'm saying, like, but that's what I mean. It's kind of like the same thing that happened with the stupid joke that's taken out of context. When I'm playing that game and I'm talking about, you know, this child being, like, kidnapped by this heinous guy in town who basically runs all the crime in the town, and he's going to be sold to the slave trade and stuff. And people are like, well, that's a racial joke. It's not. It's not a racial joke at all. You could argue it's a bad joke, it's a stupid joke, and I'm a dummy for making the joke, but it's not a racial joke.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
It's the same thing. They're literally doing exactly the same thing again here. Is, let's analyze his tweet, find ways we can spin it so that it looks like he's a heinous villain, and then just keep talking about it. And they did. Like, I was asleep, and I wake up this morning, and everyone's, you heinous piece of shit, how dare you make that tweet? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was trying to be nice.
Oh my god, he's drinking toxic toilet juice.
So anyway, I will say this. Not that Metokur will hear this or anything, but I apologize if that was, you know, if it was harmful. And if it was anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was anything bad towards you, Jim, I didn't mean it at all. I was trying to be nice and just say, man to man, from me, the offer is there in whatever format. However, this is not, again, not about me monetizing anything. This is about me saying I've been told it's the right thing to do, so I should just do it. And I want to let you know I'm sincere about it. I'm totally down for it. It doesn't matter what chat format we do or what is it, what video service we use, if it's on your end or my end broadcast. You know, some people have even said, if we do it, why don't I do it in a venue that basically, like, Jim can benefit, you know, on his side, like make some money. I'm okay with that. 1,000,000% I'm okay with that. Really, I don't care. I'm fine with that. I want to do the right thing here, okay? So there you go. So anyway, so this morning, I deleted the tweet, all right? And then I reposted it for clarity. So what do the detractors do? They respond with the original tweet. Like, they're responding with a screen grab of the original tweet. So I deleted the tweet because they said the tweet was offensive. Because I was an idiot. So I deleted it, admit I'm an idiot, and I post a better tweet. And then they just put it back like, why did you do that? You said you wanted me to remove it because it was offensive. So I did. And now you posted it up again anyway. So who's the hypocrite here? right? It's just,
If you don't have any kind of decency or self-respect for yourself, if you just make yourself a living embarrassment, then the internet will see you as an embarrassment. When you put the clown makeup on, it doesn't wash off. See?
this is just the point I'm making. It doesn't matter what I do at all. Anything that I do is wrong in their eyes. And that's why I don't know why people even bother listening to them or caring about what they say or do, because they just move the goalpost anyway. If the original tweet was perfectly worded to never be offensive to anyone, they would still say it's bad. They would say I'm clout chasing, despite the fact this is something that I was told is the right thing to do, and that it needs to be done in a time frame that makes sense with urgency. Like, I've been told that it should be done with urgency. This may not be something that can wait, all right? So I'm like, okay, then let's do it, and let me admit to it, because it wasn't me saying this last time, it was somebody else speaking on my behalf. Let me actually do it for myself this time, so he knows I've just been through the ringer, but I'm changing, and I want to do this because I think it is the right thing to do. But no, I'm bad. I'm the bad guy, right?
You think I'm the villain? Go fuck yourself. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money. Blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.